Person, we knocked it out of the park last year, of course, putting together the virtual awards. I think I killed it on your TV screens, and then Lil admitted that she threw in a laugh track in there, so help her brother out and laugh at all my jokes this year. It is an indeed honor to join you in person, thanks to the Herd Museum, but Lil didn't say I was going to be sharing the stage with three legends. I mean, first of all, Dr. Art back in the early 90s. Listen, the only doctors that you saw on television, unfortunately, were delivering bad news. Maybe who got shot at a local ER, or a police or a firefighter got hurt. Dr. Art was a trailblazer back then, coming on Arizona's Family on 3TV and making medicine easy to understand and getting you motivated to go out and hit the Mullen Trail or to run the Phoenix 10K. He is a true legend and trailblazer. Dr. Art, everybody. Next up, Scott Smith, telling us that he's retiring in June of next year. Talk about a victory lap, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? Scott, early in his career, had to make a choice. Now think about this. He had to make a choice. Was he going to be a politician? Or was he going to be a public servant? And I think his legacy is undoubtedly a public servant that has benefited all of us here in the Valley. Scott Smith, everybody. Okay, last but not least, true story. December of 1992, was working in television in Palm Springs, California, got the call to come here to Phoenix. I called up my older brother, Seth. Yes, I have an older brother named Seth, and then an older brother named Sean. And my younger brother is Shay, and my mom and dad are Steve and Sharon, but that's a story for another time. My older brother, Seth's fraternity brother, Brian Carney, who works in commercial real estate, lives here. Called him up my very first day that I came. He gave me one piece of advice. He said, "Scene, you got to go to the Waste Management Phoenix Open and go to the Bird's Nest. And you have to go to the Hyatt lobby to see Esteban."
Yeah, baby.
That's right. And what he was setting me up for, he was setting me up so I could meet my future wife. And I did. I met my wife in January of 1995 at the Phoenix Bird's Nest. And I almost lost my future wife to an Esteban show at the Hyatt. Because I mean, the Espanol Elvis there, he has the women swooning at all of his shows, right, Teresa? Yes, and she was just walking to the stage like all the rest of the women. I had to say, "Honey, I'll wear the bolero hat, snap out of it." But a true legend, Esteban and his great daughter Teresa, true talents here in our valley. We're so fortunate to have them. Thank you so much. All right, we are here to celebrate you, our champions of clean air. And I know Lil's got a couple of different housekeeping things. Don't forget to share this experience with all of your social media friends. Please use the hashtag #CleanAirChampions. Don't forget, a number is going to be located at the bottom of your award indicating your place in line for photos. So please stick around to get your photos. And I will remind today's winners that the photos will be taken in the lobby at the conclusion of the awards ceremony. Like Dr. Art said, I'm navigating life with 3 teenagers and a middle schooler. I have 2 teen drivers at home. This is why I'm hanging by a thread. The reason I'm telling you this is my oldest daughter, she's a senior over at Xavier. She took my car. So I had to buy a new car. I had to buy, a used car, and they were hard to find. The reason I'm telling you this is, Lil, how many times have I done this? I've done this probably over a dozen times. I pulled the trigger on a used hybrid that I have not filled up in 37 days. So thank you, Lil, for making me join the ranks of making more clean air for everyone. So thank you so much. So I am giving my appreciation to you, all of those transportation coordinators out there, because your work is to do exactly that. You're supposed to inspire people to telecommute, maybe think of another different way to come to work. try to save air or try to make as much clean air as possible. So we are here to celebrate our very first award up, and our first category is Outstanding Transportation Coordinator. TCs, otherwise as they're known, they're the driving forces, or in this case, the non-driving forces behind the programs at their companies. They're, of course, responsible for motivating coworkers to get involved and to make a difference. And before we start, can I have all the TCs stand and get a well-deserved round of applause? All the TCs in the room, come on. There's a bunch of you. Come on. There they are. There's our heroes right there, our clean air heroes. Good job. All right, here we go. First award, the finalists for Outstanding TCs, 50 to 500 employees. They are Darlene Stogner from Bechtel Corporation, Katie Siaka from the Hilton Phoenix Resort at the Peak, and finally Helen Rose from Store Capital. There they are. And our first award of our 2021 Clean Air Awards luncheon is Katie Siaka from Hilton Phoenix Resort at the Peak. Katie has been the TC for the resort for over 10 years and has been a positive and engaging force to promote the program. Now, Katie has added and changed incentives to build a better program every year and to promote those incentives to nearly 200 employees in a 24/7 hospitality setting. From the front desk, HR, and housekeeping, she does a great job of making the program fun and interesting. One more round of applause for Katie. Phoenix Resort at the Peak. Great job, Katie. Thank you so much. All right, next up, Outstanding TC for more than 500 employees, private or public employer. And today's finalists are Roberta Arthur from the Phoenix Indian Medical Center, Sabrina Adams from Charles Schwab, and Tammy Whipple from APS. And today's award for Outstanding TC, more than 500 employees, Roberta Arthur from the Phoenix Indian Medical Center. All right, let me tell you a little bit about Roberta as she makes her way to the stage. She's been at the helm of the TRP at her company for over 10 years. She's always taken a keen interest in promoting the program to encourage participation and engagement the best way possible. Roberta has held various lunch and learn events about Valley Bike Month, Rideshare Month, and Share the Ride. These events have increased visibility and awareness about the program to her fellow employees who work in a healthcare setting. And boy, what a couple of years you've had. So way to go, Roberta. Congratulations. All right, next up, our next category is for Outstanding Travel Reduction Program. So this award recognizes employers with outstanding comprehensive travel reduction and clean air programs. These employers are innovative and assertive in promoting solutions such as telework, van pools, and bike programs. So, our first category is for 50 to 500 employees, and our winner today is Store Capital. Coming from the back to accept the award for Store Capital is Helen Rose. Now, Store Capital has been a part of the trip reduction or travel reduction program for the past 2 years and has done an outstanding job in bringing awareness to the benefits of green commuting. The TC coordinator, Helen Rose here, came up with creative ways to continue keeping that program visible to all her fellow employees, also to keep them engaged. It says having a team in place with promotion is the key. Congrats, Helen and Store Capital. We're moving along here in more than 500 employees category for the private or public employer group. Today's finalists are APS and Charles Schwab. And today's winner, APS. Of course, APS, one of our iconic companies here in the Valley and across the state. They've been in the TRP program for more than 30 years. And their program is promoted to employees through a lot of emails, an internal web page, and a new hire orientation, so it's part of their new hire process.
The company credits the success of the program to employee participation as well as management support. Unfortunately, nobody from APS was able to attend today, but we will obviously get that award to them. And before we move on to our next category, we'd like to share this special public service announcement to promote October's Ride Share Month. In fact,
Hey Valley commuters, October is Rideshare Month, and Valley Metro is inviting you to try a new way to work. Track your green trips throughout October to earn points and enter to win great prizes at sharetheride.com. That's sharetheride.com.
Very nice, very nice. That's our latest PSA. And you said to make sure to download the app. Let me tell you, if you're a concert goer or a sporting event attendee downtown, that app rocks because it tells you exactly what light rail and when it's coming into the station. So great job, great job. All right, let's see, but through a partnership with Parkins Theaters, Valley Metro was able to promote the ShareTheRide.com as a way for Valley commuters to connect with greener options like carpooling and van pooling. That PSA actually ran September 15th through October 15th as a courtesy from Parkins Theaters, who, by the way, also participates in the travel reduction program, and we appreciate Parkins' support. So our next category is Outstanding Marketing and Creativity category, and trip coordinators are constantly searching for new ways to motivate employees and build awareness of commute choices. This award demonstrates the creative and fun side of trip reduction. So for Outstanding Electronic and/or Print Media, today's finalists are the City of Mesa Bicycle and Pedestrian Program and Whole Foods Market. Today's winner for Outstanding Electronic and/or Print Media, Whole Foods Market. Accepting today's award is Bill McCaughey with 5 sites that participate in the TRP locally. Whole Foods revamped all of their promotional materials for their program to be fun, eye-catching, and informative. The hope here is to build more participation and awareness about the program for nearly 800 employees here in Maricopa County. Way to go, Whole Foods. Great job. And they have amazing sushi, by the way. I'm telling you, it's great. For Outstanding Event, less than $500 budget, today's finalists are Charles Schwab and the City of Chandler. Today's winner for Outstanding Event, less than $500 budget, is Charles Schwab. Accepting today's award was going to be Sabrina Adams. I don't see her coming up, but we'll get that award to her. Charles, oh, sure, here she is. Milk of the applause, coming in slow. I love it. Of course, Charles Schwab debuted a new series entitled the TRP Quarterly Virtual Brown Bag in March of 2021. It's a quarterly event. It consists of 5 presenters showcasing not only the program benefits, but also live tutorials of how to use the website sharetheride.com. Each quarter, the event is promoted through marketing emails sent to over 3,800 employees of Charles Schwab. And to incite those employees to actually join, $50 gift cards are randomly awarded to 2 lucky attendees during each event. Way to go, Sabrina. Way to go, Charles Schwab. All right, rolling on to our next category for Outstanding Event, more than $500 budget. Today's winner is Store Capital. Accepting today's award is Madison Farley. Throughout the spring and summer of 2021, Store held a Fun Fridays campaign. Isn't all Fridays fun, right? These small Microsoft team events included trivia giveaways, photo contests as well as pertinent information to engage and to teach employees about TRP and the Clean Air Make More campaign. Now, these events brought in large portion of employees, and participation increased each week as the program has continued, and with ranges from 20 to 40% of employees participating during each Fun Friday. So very creative. Way to go, Store Capital. Good job. Alrighty, now we come to today's program where we recognize achievement by individual participants. By choosing to not drive alone to work, these individuals are the change makers who make a greener impact on our planet with their smart choices. Outstanding commuters show their commitment to cleaner air by carpooling, vanpooling, maybe riding the bus or light rail, even biking or walking, or by using multi-modes to get to work. So in our first category, Outstanding Transit Rider, Bus or Rail, today's finalists are Jamie Homan from the City of Phoenix Police Department and Janie Reith from the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department. Lil, you got the police going after the Sheriff's Department. I love it. I love the tension in the room. I love it, love it, love it. All right, here we go. Are we ready to declare a winner between Phoenix PD and Maricopa County Sheriffs? Oh wait, we have a tie. Both Jamie and Jane have won awards for their efforts. Oh, that was very smart. Very, very smart. All right, let's talk about Jamie first. As an essential worker, of course, Jamie lives over in Mesa and works downtown for the Phoenix Police Department. He has been an alternative mode user, get this guys, for 12 years, relying on the 533 express bus to get to work. He gets there nice and early, catching a 5:05 a.m. bus. Man, I'm just going to bed at 5:05. And enjoys relaxing on the way home. In the nice weather, Jamie bicycles 8 miles from his home to the Superstition Springs Park and ride lot, and then rides that bus 26 miles to get to work. How about that for dedication? Give it up for Jamie. All right, let's hear about Jane, right? Riding the express bus to work every day is a must for Jane for 3 reasons: seeing her fellow riders, not having to drive alone, and seeing her favorite driver. She started riding back in 2014, and are you ready for this stat? She has saved 9,696 miles each year and 538 gallons of gas. That's an annual savings of over $5,400. Way to go, Jane. Thank God that was a tie. All right. For Outstanding Carpooler or Vanpooler, today's finalists are Daniel St. Jean from the City of Chandler and the Northeast Phoenix Ladies Vanpool Group. How about that? The winner is... Oh, look, we've got another tie. They're both winners from the City of Chandler, Daniel St. Jean and the Northeast Phoenix Ladies Vanpool Group. All right, let's first talk about Daniel. 18 months ago, Daniel and his family moved to Maricopa, Arizona, and soon after they moved, their second car, a PT Cruiser, decided, well, it was just tired of cruising, making them a one-vehicle family. So because Daniel and his wife both work in the East Valley, they decided to carpool instead of buying another vehicle. This past year, Daniel logged 238 trips and 6,283 miles of carpool rides, obviously reducing the stress associated with all that traffic congestion, and has saved money on car expenses. Way to go, Daniel. Great job. All right, next up is our other winner, the Northeast Phoenix Ladies Vanpool Group. Now, the City of Scottsdale Northeast Phoenix Ladies Vanpool Group has been vanpooling for more than 6 years. This group started off carpooling with 2 to 5 people, then quickly turned that carpool into a vanpool. So here's how this all works. They say they each pay about $35 a month to vanpool. That includes fuel. The group commutes about 50 miles round trip a day. They saved a total of 234,000 miles of commuting in their personal vehicles, which equals 1 trip to the moon and nearly 2,600 pounds of reduced pollution. Way to go, the Northeast Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Our next category, Outstanding Bicyclist or Walker. And today's finalists are John Walker from the Arizona Department of Transportation. Did you get that? I didn't even get that highlighted in my script, Lily. Come on, I gotta find those jokes. And Ramon Zamora from USI Metal Insulation. And today's winner for Outstanding Bicyclist or Walker is John Walker. All right, Mr. John walking up to the stage there. He lives over in the Coronado neighborhood of Central Phoenix, gorgeous part of town, right? And bikes to work at the Arizona Department of Transportation's Executive Hearing Office, which is the one over on North Central Avenue. On the way, he drops his son and 2 daughters off at school. So get this, they travel by cargo bike, a special bicycle built to carry goods or passengers. How old is your kids, John?
6, 4, and 2.
There we go. That is a precious cargo right there. The trip is between, I wonder his thighs are like a UPS delivery. The trip is between 6 and 10 miles total, depending on whether it's just a school run or back home to telework or school to office and back. John and his wife actually chose their home intentionally to be within easy biking distance of John's work, school, shopping, and entertainment. John has been biking to work for the past 10 years. So this means, even by conservative math, and we all know journalists do not know how to do math, or meteorologists, he's avoided driving over 15,000 miles and burned at least, Dr. Art, 8.3 million calories on the weekend. Yes. On the weekend, you'll find John and his kiddos cycling merrily along the Grand Canal, a Rio Salado pathway. You are such an inspiration, Mr. John Walker, right there. Last commuter award recognizes multimodal commuters or unique alternative. So these finalists use more than one option to commute, or maybe they're a telework superhero. Today's finalists are Juan Nava from AutoNation Honda Chandler and Ryan MacMurray from Store Capital. And this year's multimodal or unique alternative winner is Ryan MacMurray. Here's a little bit about Ryan, a superstar when it comes to contributing and cutting emissions. After working for Store Capital for 4 months, he made the important and impactful decision to make a 25-mile move from Tempe to Scottsdale and now lives less than a mile from work. This has cut down on over 50 miles of solo driving every day and saves over 12,700 miles and 6 tons of CO2 each year. Ryan can be caught burning some calories most morning, walking less than a mile to work, and he teleworks 1 to 2 days a week. Great inspiration. Thank you, Ryan. Congratulations. All right, our next category is titled the MAG Livable Communities Award. And of course, it's done in partnership with our great partners, Maricopa Association of Governments. This acknowledges municipalities, developers, or employers that have made a very special effort to create a more livable and sustainable community. And today's finalists are the City of Glendale Transit and Cul-de-sac. And today's winner for the MAG Livable Communities Award is the City of Glendale Transit. Accepting the award on behalf of the City of Glendale is Kevin Lake. The City of Glendale Transit launched the Microtransit Pilot Project, which is a rideshare curb-to-curb on-demand shuttle service, which actually serves a 17-square-mile area in North Glendale, and that launched actually last year. Now, this pilot program kind of gave the city a glimpse of what future on-demand transit systems could look like. It actually merged the ingenuity and technological advances of the private sector with staff and service that customers have come to expect and trust. And during the first month, they provided 329 trips versus 930 trips the last month, totaling more than 6,799 riders during just a 9-month pilot program, while maintaining, that is, an average wait time of under 20 minutes. Great job, City of Glendale. Good job. All right, our next category is Sustainable Options Corporate Sustainability category. Now, this category recognizes employers who have incorporated sustainable business practices, just baked it right into their corporate culture. Today's finalists are Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, and SRP. And today's winner for Sustainable Options Corporate Sustainability, Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits. Heading up towards the stage is Mark Coslow. Mark leads operations at Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits of Arizona, and since August of 2020, he has spearheaded multiple sustainability initiatives. Most recently, he led an electric vehicle pilot for 2 commercial vehicles in his delivery fleet. That's cool. Delivery drivers and employees could use the vehicle for business needs over a 6-month pilot period, and the feedback was so positive back to Mark from the employees and the public who saw that electric vehicles on the road. So that is a great idea, Mark. Congratulations. Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits. All right, we've got a brand new category. When I read this, when Lil sent me the script, I thought, this is just genius. It really is. Great job on the new category. It's called the Pandemic Pivot. The Pandemic Pivot category recognizes a praiseworthy program, policy, or service that had obviously much success in shifting work focuses during our COVID-19 crisis. And the finalists are Charles Schwab, the City of Glendale, the State of Arizona for Arizona's Connected Workforce, and Store Capital. And today's brand new award in the Pandemic Pivot category goes to the State of Arizona for Arizona's Connected Workforce. Accepting today's award is Mary Marshall. When Governor Doug Ducey issued his stay-at-home, stay-safe COVID-19 executive orders, and can you believe that? He issued those orders back in March of 2020. Boy, where did the year go? More than half of all state employees in Maricopa County began working remotely. Now think about that. Half of all the county employees stayed at home. The state launched its, more than half of state employees in Maricopa County, the state employees inside the county, The state launched its Arizona Connected Workforce Initiative in July of 2020, which sought to expand on the existing telework program to move large number of employees to a permanent virtual office status to reduce the state's real estate footprint. So by the summer of this year, by the summer of 2021, more than half, which is 12,000 plus of the state's workforce here in Maricopa County actually continued working remotely, with many of these employees, which is about 7,000, in virtual office status. So, way to go. Congratulations to the State of Arizona and Mary. Great job. All right, it's time for the People's Choice Best Social Media Platform or Most Creative Billboard category. So this award recognizes companies with visually interesting boards that increase awareness of the trip reduction programs or their clean air efforts. Entries are posted on Valley Metro's website for a public vote. So this is who you voted on. And this year's finalists are the Bechtel Corporation, the iconic Phoenician Resort, and Store Capital. So the winner, by popular vote, is Store Capital. Madison Farley is coming up to accept it. Store Capital's theme boards include a tip of the hat to the Clean Air Make More campaign with messages for fuel after dark, fresh air, mowing down pollution, and Pollution Sucks, which had a cactus theme. Just read what's on the script, people. Just read what's on the script. Oh, I get it. Succulent, right? All right, there we go. The bulletin boards were bright and entertaining. They offered an informative place for employees to gather and learn about TRP and their clean air efforts. And we want to congratulate Store Capital. Great job. All right, we want to congratulate all of today's finalists and winners. And remember, if you won an award today, please stop by the photo area to take your official pictures. That's outside. But before you leave, we have a few final items to take care of, and I promise, Lil, I will not mess them up like I did 2 years ago. While not everyone gets to take home an award, we'll all have a chance to win one of